Nigeria has seen a terrifying increase in the report of rape. This conversation it's not entirely new, as it's not an old crime, but the shocking reports from this particular topic on rape saddens a lot of us, and it's very important that we talk about it on the program today. In April 2025, the NHRC recorded about 1,125 cases, rape cases in Nigeria, across the country rather. And also, sometime another statistic was taken, and the heartbreaking result of that statistics is that 80% of this gender-based violence in Nigeria involves minors. And now in 2004, the United Nations verified that over 419 cases of sexual violence against children, specifically in conflict-affected areas of Nigeria, makes Nigeria the highest ranking country globally for this specific crime called rape. Now, this conversation is not new, but for the sake of bringing us closer to understanding what the law says and ensure that we are not victims of this crime, it is very important we bring you the legal perspective of the conversation, because like they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. And that's why we have a legal practitioner on the program today. He's going to walk us through the topic, rape and false accusation. Well, in recent time, rape has also surfaced the society in the conversation of false allegation as well. But also there are conversations that the percentage of this conversation on rape supersedes the conversation on false accusation. But either ways, whether it's true or not, it is a conversation that we cannot overemphasize in discussing and enlightening the public about this particular crime that seems to be resurfacing in recent time. Joining us on the program is Barrister Oluwatosin F. Emmanuel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. It's nice to be with you here. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going straight without taking much time. I'd like you to just explain to us what the law says rape is, and what are the legislations for this conversation. What are the legislations in rape in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you so much. When we're talking about criminal laws in Nigeria, we have federal and state legislations. And being Ogun State, I'm certain there is a criminal law. And for the purpose of being limited to specific laws, I think we should consider federal laws, particularly the Criminal Code Act and the VAP Act, that's Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. That's subsequent to the Criminal Code Act. So those are the major legislations on rape.
All right, before we talk further or more on the legislations, let's create a basis, the foundation of the topic today, rape from the lens of the Nigerian law. What does the Nigerian law sees rape as, or defines rape as?
Okay, so according to the Criminal Code Act, rape is, in summary, the unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman or girl without her consent, or where consent is in fact given, where it was obtained by force, through threat, through intimidation, fear of harm, fraudulent representation, or where you impersonate her husband, making her feel she's with her husband. Those are instances of twins, identical twins. You make her believe she's with her husband. Those are instances of rape that the criminal act. However, we also have extension because there's a limitation with the Criminal Code Act. So the VAP Act extended it to be gender neutral. So where a person, are you with me, man?
Yes, I was going to say, with this definition you gave earlier, it seems like it's gender biased.
Yes. Don't let me say gender biased.
Does it mean that men are not raped?
According to the Criminal Code Act, men cannot be raped.
Wow. Okay.
But if we check further into, so there's VAP Act, which was actually made the law in 2015. That extended this to be where he or she. So now it's extended to both gender and to a lot of things. In summary, what Section 1 of VAP Act says is that a person commits rape where he or she intentionally penetrates the vagina, the anus, or the mouth of another person with any part of his or her body or any object without consent. So you can see that with this 2015 legislation, it extended and made compound the definition of rape. So that's I believe more gender neutral and extends, yes.
Yes, because I was already afraid for the male gender to think the law doesn't look at that part for them. But I like that, you mentioned that that particular law has also been extended to accommodate the male gender as well. So let's talk about these legislations and how acquainted would you say Nigerians are to this legislation? Because there are also some people believe men cannot be raped, because in most times they have the strength, they have the willpower to push or to even say no. But the women most times are victims of rape, mainly because of the strength in conversation now. So let's talk about these laws that govern, or that directs, or that breaks down the complexities of rape. And also you mentioned that they've in recent time extended to accommodate the male gender into the conversation. Are there other things that the law has also modified over the past few years?
Okay. With this new legislation, I can say the modification. Are you limiting it to rape?
Yes, rape, and then there's also a conversation of sexual assault. When we talk about sexual assault, is it the same as rape? Does the law sees it as rape as well, or rape is rape, sexual assault is sexual assault?
Okay, so thank you for this particular question.
Yeah.
Rape and sexual assault are under the same. In fact, they are particularly under, I believe, Chapter 30 of the Criminal Code Act. And you see, the defining factor where you draw the line between rape and sexual assault is penetration, simply put. Because sexual assault, according to VAP Act, under interpretation, sorry, I don't want to quote so much.
Please, quote.
However,
it's allowed.
Okay, I should proceed. Section 46 of VAP Act, it's on interpretations. So it explained that sexual assault means intentional, unlawful touching in a sexual manner without consent. That's all. So now you are working on the marketplace and someone whispers some, the intention is shown through the words. The intention of the person is shown through the word.
Yeah.
Those very vulgar terms.
Especially in some of these markets. Yeah.
Yes. Then proceeds to touch in an unacceptable way without your consent. That's sexual assault. It is. But rape is proceeding into the act. In law, we call it actus reus, penetration. As soon as in fact, I will include a third factor into this, which is attempt to rape. The difference between the three is rape is the actual penetration, sexual assault is the touch, and attempt is when you almost did, but some intervening factor made you not penetrate. All of them are punishable under the law.
Okay.
Yes, they are criminal.
You see, I feel like the understanding of these three terms you gave are what most times rape false accusers do. In recent time, we've seen a lot of people record themselves and cry on camera and say, or have been raped, or and they're not able to state clearly what the problem is. But you also mentioned that these three terms, they are all criminal acts. So whether you are attempting, or you are in the act, or you are assaulting, they are all criminal.
They are.
Okay, so let's talk about the punishment. So if an act is criminal, it means there's a punishment stipulated by the law for offenders. So what's the punishment of rape in Nigeria?
Okay, so the punishment for rape under almost every law you can imagine in Nigeria. In fact, under Lagos law, under the criminal code, under the VAP Act, it's life imprisonment that's section 358 of Criminal Code Act.
Once you are convicted.
And for VAP, you said?
Once you are convicted, it's life imprisonment.
Yes. That is the punishment for rape. However, attempt to commit rape is 14 years imprisonment. So if one, I believe for every one of those three categories of advances without consent, or let me say assault to others, I believe I'm happy that they are criminal. And it is because, okay, let me limit this to the punishment anyways, to the question. I don't want to digress into further discussions that are personal. So for rape, actual rape, it is life imprisonment. For attempt, it is 14 years. And for sexual assault, according to section 360 of the Criminal Code, it is 2 years. Indecent assault against females. It is limited to females. Assault under the Criminal Code. But under VAP now. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so now I have a little bit of issue with the provision under VAP.
Okay.
That's very personal, however, I believe it remains the law. Under VAP Act, it says that life imprisonment for rape. Then it proceeded to say for people under 14 years, the maximum, those are the culprits, or let me say people that are found guilty, that are beneath the age of 14 years, the maximum jail term for them is 14. Now, for others, listen to how he said it, for others, other cases, it is the minimum of 12 years. So why reduce it for others? The others not defined. And also, it then proceeded again to say, for group rape, where a group of people rape one singular person, they have a minimum of 20 years.
I have problem with that too. I have problem with that too. Why are they not facing life imprisonment as well?
You should go around.
Yeah, it should go around. It should go around. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
Yes.
Now, let me bring this popular case that we all know that was centered around rape, and that's the Baba Ijesha conversation that happened years ago. In his case, was it an attempt to rape? We could call this his particular case.
Okay. Well, first of all, I have to. First of all, once a matter is subjected to investigation or judicial proceedings, I always withdraw from comments.
Very correct. All right. We move.
We can never be as armed as the people in charge of the investigation with facts.
Okay.
So whatever judgment I'm going to pass on it, it will be limited to what I could read online.
That's very professional of you. But let's quickly take let's take a bit of a diversion from that now, and let's come back to the conversation. How can one prove a rape offense? When it happens, how can one prove that this thing has taken place, this thing has happened to me? Because over the years, we've also seen people come out 10 years after the incident have happened, 20 years. All they got is that they know this person raped them, but there are no evidences to show, there are no pictures to show. How can such be proven?
Thank you so much. What I do tell people, or what I would like to start with is, whenever rape happens, attempts to rape or assault, the first thing the victim must do is look at the time. Just check your time. I know you don't have any time, all you need to do first is rush to the police station. Because from there, you have started establishing your case. First of all, I'm not trying to limit this to theory, because I believe the essence of this for people is health. They need to know practice, not just theory. I can run through theory. Okay, let me run through what I believe they must do to prove it. You must prove penetration. You must prove that you did not give your consent. And even if you did give your consent, it was not obtained properly, like through threats, intimidation, or you thought the person was your husband, whatever it is, or that the person intentionally did. Those are theory. But in practice, in order to prove that anybody was raped, the first thing is check your time. It is moving. What you must do is rush to the police station. Give whatever you have to do and listen to everything they have to say. I must give kudos to the Nigeria Police Force. They are actually trying when it comes to this. They take it serious. So in order to prove, rush to the police station, from there they will guide you to medical facilities. If you go there alone, they may not be able to collate what is necessary. Okay. But if you move straight to the police station, they will immediately apprehend who is suspected to be the culprit. All right. And out of fear, he can make confessions before he provides solution to what he has done. If you give him time, he can either prove alibi, contact some of us who are professionals.
Thank you so much for your time on the program today. We have to go. It's been an amazing time with Barrister Oluwatosin F. Emmanuel on the topic rape from the lens of the Nigerian law. Unfortunately, we couldn't dissect everything we planned for you on the program today, but we promise to bring this your way again next week and get more details of the conversation. My name is Miriam Usman. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.